differently better. Buhari has performed, although we have not reached our Eldorado. Look at all the infrastructural developments. Look at even the national social investment programs of the federal government that address the critical mass of the nation. I'm talking about the youths that has given them a lot of employment. Look at, talk about roads. Look at even part of it in Ondo State here, the present administration has constructed more roads than any other government. So we can see visibly that there is improvement from what we had in the past. Yeah, we may say dollar has increased. We don't have, we're talking about foreign exchange issues and a host of others. But at the same time, we still compare it. It is still better. We have better infrastructure, and at the same time, although we are not getting there, the security situation is still better than the way it was 8 years ago.
Okay, yes, we may not have some local governments under the control of the terrorists and the likes, but then under President Goodluck Jonathan, what we had was the news of these insecurities coming from the northeast. But now it's everywhere in Nigeria, so isn't it safe to say, like critics would say, that the banditry, the terrorism are simply spread to every part of the nation? And does that make it better?
No. At least our territorial integrity has been protected. Then you should remember that Nigerians, because of our innate, we are corrupt in Nigeria. You agree with me? Most of us, not all of us anyway. You understand me? So we want to commercialize every situation that we find ourselves. You understand me? Especially so what can I make out of this? For an instance, let me take the issue of polio. Polio is supposed to, we have now driven away with polio. When it was raging, it was more in some part of the country. And then when it's about to go, they won't find a way of making sure that it's introduced because of what we take from the Western world. You understand me? Because of the support. Some people are leveraging on that. They take their income from that. You understand me? So when you have Boko Haram, you see, the military, not all of them, I'm talking about the corrupt elements in the system, cashed on that, made a lot of money from it. And then we now say, how can we make more money in a system? Then banditry started, I had a lot of issues with, you understand? That was the essence of the reasons why we had all these issues. Okay. But this time around, with what we have, is it somebody that has studied the system with likes of Shetima, who decimated Boko Haram in the Northeast, with him on ground as the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that was where the challenge started from. We should be able to, I'm very sure, that looking at it in an uncommon manner, not this kind of situation whereby just put somebody there and don't want to worry about what the person is doing. At least we believe that you are competent. By the time Ashwadi puts you in a position, we want to check on you what you are doing, and want to make sure that you are doing the right thing to make sure that you get the best result for the Nigerians. So definitely, I want to believe that it's going to be approached from another angle entirely. The people, when you're somebody of integrity that's occupying a particular position in the days of Buhari, can easily be influenced by the cabal. So what happened during elections? Ordinarily, Buhari would not have, done, all this Naira issue and a host of, understand me, somebody working against the system within that particular intra-party squabbles. We cannot have much of intra-party squabbles in this particular administration.
The president gave a go-ahead for that Naira redesign. So some have even said perhaps that was even his own thoughts in the first place to go about that policy. But let's leave that. Let's now, because of our time, let's take a look at what this is a man, Bola Tinubu is a man you've worked for in terms of selling his message to the Nigerian people to give him their vote, and which they've done. Now, even though our last guest has mentioned the fact that we project more of the positivities, but it's no brainer, and of course it's also going by the build up to the last election that the incoming administration is inheriting some sort of a divided country, and it would need to perhaps ensure that the healing process, the reconciliation, goes deeply. What are some of those first steps you foresee the presidency of Bola Tinubu take after, or perhaps even at the point of his first address as president later today?
First and foremost, sustainable advocacy to all those sectors of the country, to the regions that might have felt as if they have been, sidelined, so to say. I want to believe that Tinubu will approach them. That particular Tinubu administration will approach each region. Look at the challenges they have been facing there are people of integrity in the system, then they will bring, there will be true reconciliation. What are the challenges that we are facing? How can we mitigate it? Put everything on the table. You see, when they will have their say, then it can be aggregated and it can be aggregated. And at the same time, what are the solutions? They will provide solutions, make suggestions, I want to say. Then if the government of the day will look at it, and in the context of all other regions in the Federation and the Federal Republic of Nigeria, definitely if you now have somebody with listening ears that is intelligent, that that can take you to El Dorado, you want to listen and at least give him support, then we need patience. Because as it's entering, we know we have a lot of challenges on ground. Either we like it or not. Like I said, we're not reaching El Dorado. We need to give him some sort of patience, because we know for sure by the time he said he's going to remove subsidy. And when you remove subsidy from it, definitely you are going to have it's going to be a bit rough. So I want to expect Nigerians to be a bit patient with him. And even the opposition, there should be constructive criticism from them. But all the same, you see, we should make sure that at least we want the best from Nigeria. If you want the best, especially the youths, let us look at each step that Tinubu is taking or the administration is taking, and then make sure that we do appraisal with the sole aim of making constructive criticisms that will help Nigerians, that will help the system, not with the sole aim of bringing the government down to bring another civil servant in that will come and start. A public officer oriented person that will come and start stealing our money.
Okay. You are talking about the interest of the youth now for this new administration will be that there will be more employment for them. And you mentioned the different social interventions that was made in the previous administration. What should they look out for?
Yeah, you see, I would still say that we should look at all the regions. For instance, I want to take it from agriculture, from the agricultural perspective. You agree with me that agriculture is the largest employer of labor in Africa. And then what we need to do is that what are the endowments of each region about agriculture? Like I'm looking at a situation whereby after the president, the Minister for Agriculture, we have a junior Minister for Agriculture, then we should have maybe somebody from each geographical zone, that is agric-oriented.
Like a regional minister, right? Exactly. Is that what you're trying to say?
Not a regional minister.
Okay.
That you can be appointed. You see, government has no syllabus. Appoint somebody from each of the region that that is vast about agriculture, that will be working directly with the junior minister on agriculture, that will bring about, what are the endowments of each region? For instance, in Ondo State, of cocoa.
That's also more money to spend.
Yeah, we have to. More money. Why we spend money?
We're talking about cutting cost of governance.
No. You spend money. Excuse me. You say that because we are going to spend money, so you now have to get some money
for developmental purpose. Totally out of time.
For developmental purpose, now we need to get some money that will make our system to be better. We not say because we want to cut down costs, we not do anything.
Mr. FAMOSE, thank you so much for coming on the program.
To boost the system.
I know from here, if not for this program, perhaps you also be at the Eagle Square today for that inauguration.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Mr. BODE FAMOSE, Deputy Convener, Tinubu Hope Vanguard, for coming to speak with us on the renewed hope and, of course, the acceptability and what Nigerians should look forward to. Thank you so much for coming on the program. Yes, that's about the size of our program today. Many Nigerians still, looking forward to the speech of the president, the new president, what it will contain, and what some of the takeaways will be. And, of course, right here, we're also keeping tabs on the happenings right there in Abuja, and of course to bring you up to speed with some of the developments we'll have at the Eagle Square. Shadi?
Yes, we keep tab on the event as it unfolds, and it's been jolly ride with us today on the show. We hope that you keep glued to the station for more updates. Well, till Wednesday when we'll be bringing more your way. My name is Folashade Ogido.
Of course, it's also good that we'll send a shout-out birthday message to one of us, Sunday Kolawole, who is also, the inauguration boy today. In a way, he's celebrating his birthday today. Of course, he's not in Abuja, I can tell you for a fact. So we wish him all the best at this time. My name is Sahid Aribisala. But after now, we're joining up with the inauguration right there in Abuja. We're bringing you live proceedings from the Eagle Square venue, the inauguration of the 16th head of state president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please stay, because this is where you have all of the details. Bye-bye.